Candle for life. I light one candle for love, maybe. I light one candle for peace. And I light one candle for each of you. That was my recovery. I told Mary I would light the candles, and then I forgot. So good morning. Welcome again to the Center for Spiritual Living, Palm Springs. Today's fabulous. Today is the completion of the Sundays in April. I brought my Kindle with me today because we're going to do some things with this. This is the new technology coming in. So our theme for today, the title of the talk was, Let's Not Be Fooled. Do not be fooled by your prayer. Do not be fooled by the appearance of the outward world that reflects back to you. Do not be fooled by your false beliefs. We are a philosophy more than we are a religion. Science of Mind is about understanding truth to the greatest level at which we can within each and every individual. We believe in a God that is, not a God that was. We believe in a God that is the creative force of all that is in existence, in experience, in the visible and the invisible. We believe that there is one life, and that this life is individualized in the experience and the expression of each and every individual. You are fully realizing, experiencing, and expressing the divine nature of that which we call God by being who you are. Do not be fooled by how you are showing up, because in this human experience, in this thing that is a temporary life out of the eternality of what is existence, we can move through some things that don't appear to be whole, perfect, and complete. And yet, in the philosophy of Science of Mind, we believe that everything is already made whole, perfect, and complete. I think it's appropriate that the reading in today's Science of Mind textbook, and for those of you who are not aware, our theme this year has been to read the entire textbook. This thing here. In 1 year. And we're not doing it from cover to cover. There's a wonderful little guide within that allows you to do a passage, a paragraph, a page each and every day, so that by the end of a year you will have completed the entire textbook. Trust me, if you want to read it, this is the way to do it. Trying to read it from cover to cover probably will drive you off the edge of the world, if there was one. Don't be fooled by that. Don't be fooled by the false appearance. Don't be fooled by what somebody else wants to tell you is the truth. It may be their truth, but it does not necessarily mean that it has to be your truth. Your truth is dependent upon the level at which you are able to understand yourself. the depth of who you are as you are showing up, as you are experiencing, as you are expressing. Right where you are is exactly where you need to be. Everything in your mind has brought you to this moment in this time. And it has been that connection to the divine that you have used this power and this presence that is within to bring you here to this very moment. Not all of it has been necessarily the way that you think that it ought to have been. But you have some responsibility in why it has gotten to this point at this time. And you can now make the change. You can now come to the awareness that you have the power and the presence within you to change any condition, to heal any illness or disease, to increase any idea of prosperity and abundance that you would like to bring into your life. But in order to do that, you cannot be fooled by the false beliefs and the false appearances and the false ideas that are traveling out there in this thing called life. In that bumper sticker that Dean was talking about, life happens, or something to that effect. So I thought it would be good to share a little story this morning, because it's April and I begin the month, with a joke because it's April Fools, and I thought, well, there'd be a good way to kind of like complete the month. So I thought I'd bring in a little bit of my heritage and some of the Irish background that I have. Mary will appreciate this. Because the folk back in Ireland have a very, very strong attachment to their family life. They really have a sense of loyalty to their family. They're bonded together in a very unique way. When you live on a small island, there's not a whole lot of places where you can get away from each other. So you're kind of like there together in this unit. And what the Irish have done, for the most part, is that they've created familiar little spots where they come together, family or co-workers or relations, some little unit. They're called pubs. And they're very territorial about their pubs. You don't want to cross the street into somebody else's pub unless you've been invited in. This is sacred ground where they come together and they share. So this is a little bit of family history where one of my relatives entered into a pub that was not the family pub. And he was very thoughtful about what he was doing. And he walked up to the bar and he ordered 3 beers. And he drank them. He didn't get into anybody else's conversations. He didn't interact with anybody. Completed his drinks, and then he left. And he started doing this every day. Every day he would come in, he would order 3 drinks. He would stay to himself. He would complete them. He would leave. Well, the regulars were thinking, this is a bit of a strange fellow. Wonder what's going on here. Wonder what's happening. So they convinced the bartender to ask him what was going on. So the next time he came in, the bartender said, so we're a little, curious here about what's going on. You come in, you've been very gentle, you've been very kind, you've not bothered anybody. You order 3 drinks and then you leave. We're just curious as to what this is about. And the young man said, well, he says, it's about our family loyalty. He says, my 2 brothers have gone off to America to seek a better life. They found that they can get some work and they can possibly send some money home. I have agreed to stay here, take care of the home